In the previous Teaching Tactical Creativity coaching video series, we covered several topics, but the key ones were number one is passing and receiving under pressure. We had quite a few series on them, and then the art and science of scoring field goals. And we had about four series on this one. Now, what we're going to do is shift the focus to the next key point of our game to be tactically creative, which is types of dodges. We'll have some series on this to explain clearly what type of dodges are needed in which quadrant and for which position. In my opinion, every position has a different style of dodges. For example, the right fullback's dodging style is different than the left fullback. Same, the half line players, midfield players, and the strikers. It's very different mindset. But the modern tendency is that to apply one type of dodge in all the game situations. I have a lot of regard for 3D skills. 3D skills have been a top class in mode fashion. It is very effective, but in certain game situations, especially if you're a midfield player, you cannot apply those skills. You have to apply some different types of dodges which will come under the heading of semi penetrating dodges or playmaking dodges. Not talking too much about this because I want to leave something secret for you, so you may be a little bit thirsty to see that what this old coach has to say. Here we go. I like to start with the example of the mighty Germans. Mighty Germans in football and in field hockey. During the 2014 FIFA World Cup, Germany won the World Cup. In 2018 and 2022, they could not qualify for the pool in their pool. Why so? What went wrong? I am a great fan of the Germans. They have taught me a lot, and I follow them in field hockey and in soccer, football. Please, I'm not trying to brag, I'm just trying to make a point that how I have learned. When I analyze their coaches' comments and the football matches from the three World Cups 2014, 2018, and 2022. After the debacle in 2018 World Cup, the head coach said that we were too much concerned in possession of the ball, but not in being tactically creative. We are keeping the possession of the ball for the sake of possession. If my memory is not wrong, in that World Cup, 2018 World Cup, German team had 40% of the possession in their pool match, highest in the tournament. I think so. Next was Spain and some other team. But then why didn't they win? Their coach, who was the defending World Cup champion, he said that we were not creative, tactically creative, and we were keeping the possession for the sake of possession, tentative. Fair enough. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know about that. Shiv, stop being sarcastic, you bugger. Then we come to 2022 World Cup last year. They had a new coach who was the assistant coach. He had their beautiful photographs, two smiling coaches, and there were high hopes. I really wanted them to come back. I don't know why, but I wanted Brazil to come more than them. Then the 2022 World Cup came and they crashed and they lost to Japan. In 2018, they lost to South Korea. In both these tournaments, the Asian countries holded the mighty Germans from making the qualifying matches. Now, now let's shift our focus to field hockey, which is our heart and soul. We are only using our big brothers, elder brothers, football to take advantage and bring home the point. Now I'm shifting towards the Germany's 2018 and 2022 World Cup teams. What was the key difference in between these two teams? In 2018 World Cup, Germany played Belgium, I think, in the quarterfinals, and they lost the match 2-1. They were leading by one goal. In the last 9 minutes, they had total control of the game, especially in their attacking third. Germany kept the possession, but they did not penetrate. They did not have the guts. They did not have the courage to take the Red Bulls by the horns. So they were not using any one-on-one elimination skills. No wonder they were knocked out of the World Cup. Please view this link. It explains the last 10 minutes of the match. Come 2022, Germans' big think tanks, especially their master coach Marcus Wies, who's a winning coach who has won 3 Olympic gold medals, put their heads together and they changed one bloody damn thing. Don't be afraid to take the bull by the horns. Doesn't matter if it's a red bull or green bull or grey bull. And in the 2022 World Cup, they tied Belgium in the pool match when their right inner or right winger or centre forward took on the things in his own control and scored a field goal. Again, in the semi-finals, they beat the mighty Australians, and in the final, of course, the Red Bulls, the Belgians. What was the key difference? The key difference was they were not afraid to take one-on-one skills. And this was the biggest strength of the Pakistani team and the Indian team, and of course the Aussies. They have gone away from that and they are paying the price of success. This is my request. Please pause the next 4 slides and study them one by one. They cover the outline of the presentation, various types of dodges, when, where, and how they are applied, and also the diagram of the right offensive quadrant, where we'll take the example of the various types of dodges of the rightful right half and right inner and the right winger. Now we like to share with you how Messi, the gentleman who helped Argentina win the 2022 FIFA World Cup, what was his magic, because he had an outstanding tournament. He was a key player in Argentina's success for winning this World Cup. In the next 4 slides, I'd like to share with you that how I view Messi, the way he plays, how he thinks, how he reads the play, how he sees the things, how he makes things happen before happening. In this next 4 photo slides, Argentina is playing Netherlands. Here, Messi gets a pass in the right offensive quadrant, receives it. He sees he is being marked by a Dutch defender. He starts cutting in and peeling away from his marker at an angle. But while he is doing that, he has taken a quick snap of the whole game situation. He has seen his right winger who's cutting in, and there's a wide gap in front of him in between the right winger and centre forward. To give credit to the centre forward and how he did, he starts running towards his left to take his marker away and create that gap. Now Messi has taken his marker for a ride, and all of a sudden he slips the through ball to the right winger, who picks it up in the run, and the goalkeeper is coming on, and he softly puts the ball in the net, and Argentina scores. Now it is so simple, but it is immensely effective. How did Messi do that? How did he see the things where the Netherlands defender could not see what he was doing to them, how he was luring them away? In my view, this is tactical creativity of the highest level. It was so simple, it was so effective, because Messi could see the things which the defenders could not anticipate and they could not see, whereas Messi's right winger and centre forward also very sportive. I'm sure Messi told them these are some of the set moves with the guidance of their coaches. I have a question for everyone. Let's be honest and true to ourselves. How many field hockey players do we see who has this high level of tactical creativity and decision making ability? It's very hard to find. Yes, in the 60s and 70s, there were players from India, Pakistan, and Australia, and even Germany and Holland who had this tactical creativity, who could do these things, who could do these magical things. What have we done to our hockey? We have put in the hands of the scientists, we have put in hands in the physiologists, What do why we coaches can't teach these simple but powerful concepts which are principle based? Okay, enough said. Let's do it. Please study these. Please study these dodges and teach to our young players so we also may bring our hockey the charm back. In summary, what I like to say is this, that yes, I have taken the examples of the football, but they're very similar to field hockey. If you see that the game is very similar if you know how to apply these principle-based concepts. My request is please study the theory part, please understand the concept, and I will not go over the various types of dodges as I had mentioned earlier. I will do that in the next sequence, so please study that if we really want to introduce the types of dodges into our game, which will take our game to another high level. As Barry Dancer, the only Australian coach who has guided them winning the men's Olympic gold medal, said that we should aim to play like the Barcelona Football Club so that we have that tactical creativity, that soft touch passes, that sort of a game to bring our game to a higher level. We can do it. If we start working with the youth players now, it will take 5 to 10 years. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Scientific research studies for over 3 decades have indicated that teach the game in the context of the game. Teach game intelligence, decision making while making the players run through mini hockey games, and for God's sake, throw away the witch cones, throw away the cones, because you never find a cone on the field except for the players who sit on their heels and play indoor hockey and are beaten just like Messi beats a cone. Remember this. Can you correlate this diagram with what Messi did to the Netherlands? This is what mini hockey teaches you, and this is what I'm advocating. Please teach the game in the context of the game. Please do it, please. It will be not fair if I don't thank some of my key mentors who have played a big part in becoming what I am as a coach, as a human being. And first of all, it is John McBride, the captain of the Australian Olympic team at the 1964 Tokyo Olympic Games, where they won their first Olympic gold medal, which was bronze medal. John McBride immigrated to Canada after the Olympics, and he didn't avail the opportunity of playing in the 1968 Mexico Olympics, but I had a good fortune. He stayed here and he mentored me because he was my predecessor as a national coach. I have lots of things to say about John, with whom I have my monthly conversations, that how he has mentored me and shaped me into a coach and a person which I am, and I'm struggling to become as John. Now I like to thank publicly Tajinder Singh Aujla, whom I call as Teji Veera out of love and respect. He played the highest level of hockey in India in the 90s, and then he immigrated to Europe to play professional league. He not only studied the European style of hockey, but he learned a lot by watching football. And whenever I have discussions with him, especially during the 2022 FIFA World Cup, when I had discussions with him, and during the European Cup, he gave me an insight which I could not see, because he has a deep insight about the football, and he also explains me how this football tactics, strategies, concepts can be applied in field hockey. It's a scholarly debate whenever I have with him, and it enriches me in my knowledge. So I like to say, Teji, Veere, thank you very much. Looking forward to have more of these discussions. Thank you. I also like to thank Ranveer Singh Kalon, whom I call Rocky Veera, who helps me in the technology part when I'm making videos or any other things regarding to high tech. He's the master of that. Rocky, thank you. I also like to say over here is this, that Rocky's dad, Dr. Carlo, taught me microbiology when I was a undergraduate student in Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana. I'm so grateful to Rocky's dad, and now to Rocky. I still very often go there, visit Rocky, and pay my deep regards to his dad. Wonderful world. Another gentleman, Peter Jones, who has influenced me so much with his dedication, commitment, self-discipline to play field hockey as a master's deep defender. He's so committed, he works so hard, and his motto is to continuously learn and improve, which he does on the field. Whenever I have discussions with him or telephone conversations, it lifts me up. Peter, thank you very much. Still, I'm trying to be as good as you and as fit as you. I don't think so it's within my reach. I don't quit, but I'll keep on struggling. Peter, thank you. Thank you, Peter, my younger Vide. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Please don't forget what my message is, especially to the young and upcoming hockey players and coaches. Please study these videos, and if you get a chance, also study the previous serials regarding passing and receiving and the art and science of scoring field goals. Thank you very much.